Support LaneSide. Get something cool. All right, here we are on the lanes with old guy Wayne Porter, our speed dominant / rev challenge player.
He's bowling on a high friction house shot.
Now, a long time ago, I'm going to take you on story time here. Long time ago. The year was 1992. A company named Ebonite brings out a ball called the Turbo X. A thick-shelled ball with a crazy kind of light bulb pear-looking core with a flip block. And that ball grows up to be M&M. No, I mean, that ball was hugely popular.
Yes.
It was like a statement maker. I posted an image of an old version I had online, and it got 200 comments of people like, oh my God, I love that ball.
Yeah.
So tell us about the new version.
Well, it has pretty much a modified version of that core. So it's pretty much the same core with the new density rules and new materials. That
Well,
they have
yeah,
to work
because,
with.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's been like, oh my God, it's been like
Don't
30.
say it.
Years ago
Yeah.
that they made this ball. And
Yeah.
being thick shell,
Yeah.
it had different densities.
Yes. But they've put dynamic core in it. So it hits like it's a thick shell with the modern technology of the weight blocks now, and it still has a heavier, denser
kind of flip
block thing on the top, right? And it's got to be dot because
it's been poured from the bottom.
So
now, I hate to bring this up, but a long time ago when this first came out, the low number Turbo X's had a cover issue.
yes,
Don't have to worry about that.
no, because
Dynamic core, new covers,
New-
dot.
yeah, it's all good. Watch this. He's walking this one off. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you better walk that one off. He has been striking a lot. We actually, when we got these,
Yeah.
I went out, we got our test ones, and then I ordered an extra one
Yeah.
in 14 pounds to test for myself, but also for Wayne.
Yeah.
Because he has been in need of a controllable benchmarky ball.
And what's really cool about this is numbers-wise, it's not that much different.
That I was about to
Right?
say.
Yeah.
You look at those numbers, 251, 040.
Yeah.
Those are benchmark numbers. Those are,
Yeah.
boy, those guys were smart. Oh God, they were smart 33 years ago.
Yeah.
Because look at,
But why not? Why not bring back this ball? But we haven't hit on something even more important.
oh,
about
we're going to
this
get
ball.
to that. Don't
Yeah.
you worry.
Yeah.
There's something even more incredible about this ball.
Yes.
So as I said, I posted, when I received this ball, I ordered another one. So each of us had one drilled specifically for us.
Yeah.
And we had an extra, so we could play with one for your dad. This is actually the extra one here.
Yes.
This is, he just kept getting it down lane.
Yeah.
And for a speed dominant guy, this might not, like a super high speed guy, this might not be the choice. But for the Rev Challenge player, this is the same motion they saw in 1992.
Yeah. Like he felt like he was playing the way he used to play.
Yeah, look at him.
Like,
he's just throwing it out there.
Like,
You see
boom.
it snap a
Yeah.
little bit?
Yeah.
Ooh. So for all of you guys who originally threw this ball,
Yes.
this is the same ball.
It is. It's not that much different.
When I posted my picture of the original that I got to put up against this, you'll see this later.
Yeah.
We had PBA champions coming out of the woodwork saying, "Hey, I threw that ball. I would have tournament with that ball." And they're like, "Oh, I wish I still had that ball." Guess what? You've got that ball.
Yeah. And order lots.
Yeah.
Order a few of them.
Now, when we talk about positioning of equipment, it tends to be that each company comes out with look at that, a benchmark ball, a ball up, a late hook ball, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ebonite already has one of the greatest benchmark balls ever, the Game Breaker line.
Yes.
That ball has ruled for a long. Look at this ball go here with the left-handed view. It even continued for him. It is unusual to get a company to put out two benchmark
Marked,
balls.
I think they just wanted something special, like something
Different?
different. Because the game breakers are benchmark, but they're getting stronger.
They are.
And they're slowly kind of creeping to the performance benchmark, right?
Rather than the everyday.
Yeah. And so I think they said we need to get back into that spot so guys have something to play.
Because you can see here, bonus versus turbo.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit more motion. But if you think when we looked at like the breakaway or other benchmark balls that we put up against the bonus, the new benchmark is a couple boards inside and a couple boards outside.
Yeah.
So if we look at this,
there it is.
It opens up the pocket more for him, which is key to carry. This is
special.
This is special.
Yeah.
We can say right off the bat, this went straight into Wayne's bag.
Yes.
It'll be as soon as they announced this, which would have been earlier today.
Yeah.
It was already in his bag, ready to go to bowl tomorrow.
Yeah. Wednesday night. Wednesday.
Because he was like, oh, okay, this is...
Yeah.
And really, if you look at the motion of it, it is the same motion that they had in 92, 93, 94, when this got played a lot, when you look at guys like Michael Edwards.
Yeah.
You know, we got to see, us as Canadians, we don't get to see the Pro Tour very often.
Yeah.
And to have him win the IOF with this ball, or the version, the 94 version of this ball, you know, they even out-continued it.
Yeah. That was so 8-pin.
To see it back, there's a nostalgia to it because for anyone who's thrown it before, it's the exact same ball.
Yeah. Boom.
Boom. Now we had, just going to put up here a little 300 alert. Nick almost threw 300 with this ball. So we got a few minutes to talk here.
Yeah.
Nick was talking about something else that was very special about this ball.
Very, very special.
And it kind of ties in with the Game Breaker 5.
And the everyday ball and Ebonite's good stuff. And
so last year, the Game Breaker 5, very strong benchmark, very heavy oil. But if you're on a house pattern, you want something that you can just
do that with.
You want a ball that's clean.
Yeah.
It's still going to have some motion to it, but it's going to be super controlled.
Yeah.
So how's the best way to do that? What do you break out when you want the best ball reaction?
Go back and get one of the best covers of all time.
Yep.
You get the GB 10.7 solid cover stock.
That's right. Now, for you aficionados of cover stocks,
yes,
there was the Game Breaker.
Yeah.
Game Breaker 2. Game Breaker 2 2014. The one original.
The original one. Yeah.
This cover stock isn't just good. This is one of the best covers they've ever made.
And then they added HK22.
Because of course they did. Because HK22 makes everything better.
Yeah, yeah. And so we saw this cover combination on the Fireball, but it had a much stronger core. So it had a little bit more.
Well, because it was the Pearl version.
Yeah, it was more.
We saw the teeth of it down lane. Like we could create hook with it.
Yeah.
The solid, because it's got those teeth, it suddenly becomes smooth. Because look,
and just keep throwing the strikes. I can't miss.
Now I want you, if you're looking at his feet on the bottom there, he just keeps moving. Just a little bit. He's coming around it. He's trying to roll it. He's doing all the tricks. He's just flipping it down lane. This ball.
It's just doing everything.
It does everything.
Yeah.
So while you were throwing all these strikes, tell me what it was like.
Oh, it was just, like I said, it just felt very comfortable. I could mess with my hand with not meaning necessarily to come around it. I could come around it. It just floats down a little bit more and didn't overreact to just bang in the pocket. Then I could get it back off the back again. And like you said, I'm still throwing strikes and I'm moving like every shot.
Here we go. Now you're into 24.
Yeah, and see, I didn't get that one as far out in the friction. It still made it come back to the pocket.
You're starting at 17.
Yeah.
And we're playing into the friction, and now you're just slowly walking into the oil.
and it's just floating through with that HK, and then just a nice smooth motion at the end. That's just
Yeah.
and then the pop, like with the Dynamic Core, it's besides having a 2-piece ball, that's as best
As
you can
close
get.
as you can get, yeah. Now, see, I knew that you were going to like this ball. I didn't know you were going to like it this much.
Yeah.
But I knew you were going to like it
What's
because
that?
Yep.
Oh,
because you like the Rhinos
yes.
with the inverted light bulb and the regular light bulb.
Yeah.
So when I saw this, it's like, okay, this is another variation of
Yeah.
it.
It's what Ebonite came out to combat.
I think so,
The
yeah.
Rhino, right? Let's be honest, that's what it was. But they put the flip block on it, and they did something a little different. And
The flip block made it good.
yeah, well, it's so. I mean, I throw all the balls that have similar like that well, but this one's just there's something different about it. Like I love the Rhinos, but
Look at this. You're throwing it flat up the center of the oil now. You still tipped out the 10.
yeah, that's what I mean. There's something about it. Like my Rhino Teal is it's an amazing ball.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, but this is something I can play right of that ball.
Yes.
Right?
Or, I mean, you've talked about when you're in your teal
Yeah.
and you're in the zone, it's nice and smooth.
Yeah.
But when you get forced left, it kind of gets lazy.
Yeah.
This is one that you can literally play on either side of it, though.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we've seen you throw straight up benchmark.
Yeah.
And just go, 2 boards, 2 boards, 2 boards.
Yeah. Oh.
Finally. That was their 9th shot.
Yeah.
You were on the front 8.
I think I must have moved. Then we moved back.
We
just
moved
to see,
back,
just
yeah.
to see what would happen. Yeah.
Moved back and he got around it, and he still almost struck.
Yeah.
So this is... Oh, look at it, left-handed here, too. Just look at the way it goes through the pins, too.
Oh, it's just amazing carry.
This is an example of being able to go back through the vast library of cores that Ebonite has and taking these new cover stocks and being able to bring back something.
Something that they never thought they were going to
see
this
again.
core with this cover. Like, why would we do that?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, well, this is why.
Tell me 3 months ago that I'd see a Turbo X, a modern Turbo X. I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Look at it on top of it.
Yeah.
It is, as we said, like the modern benchmark, a couple of boards inside.
Yeah.
Our bonus is starting to get old. We may have to consider looking at a new benchmark in the next year.
Like maybe a Turbo X.
I think over the next little while, we're going to have to try out a few benchmarks and see what is going to be our new go-to. Because this makes me think about putting the bonus and the Rattler away. And we'll get to my side of it in a second. Like, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Just watch it from the ground here. You can see how controlled, but it still deflects a little bit. It's still running over the 9-pin, and that is the 1990s hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit 4, carry 6.
Yeah.
All they've done with this Turbo X is just taken a slightly stronger cover.
Boom. You can see it.
You
right
can see
over
it to the
towards
left. It's more continuous.
Yeah.
It's a better benchmark.
Yeah.
Why does Ebonite get to have 2? How come they get 2 good benchmarks?
Well, maybe that'll be the benchmark line.
Oh, they'll never get rid of the GBs.
No, I'm just saying, like, you got that. I mean, some of the classic ones they're coming out with putting these new covers on are just... people are missing out on them because of all the other amazing stuff that's out there.
Oh, yeah.
But go back and look at some of those videos we did with the Kudas.
Oh, I know.
Right? They were so good.
The Kudas were amazing.
Yeah.
Now, here I am with it, and I went with my standard layout for benchmark. Nice. That's that dynamic core. Now, I have to admit, I shot this video twice.
Oh.
Because the first time I shot it, I went 5 for 5 with it and forgot to turn on the high camera.
Oh, no.
So all I had was just the pin camera and the low camera here.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell what I was throwing. So I went back and shot it again.
Yeah.
Obviously, that shot, it shows how well it carries here.
Yeah.
I was really happy with the length I could create with this ball. Oftentimes, when we look at this.
Wow.
Oftentimes, when we review newer stuff, I get forced left
Yes.
really quickly. You can see I'm right on top of my benchmark, and it looks just like my benchmark.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Once again, though, because of the newer cover stock technology, it allows me to make moves. I can now start to move left and kind of trick it a little bit.
Yeah.
And get a little bit more response out of it than I would my rattler.
Yeah. Now, for the people out there saying, well, you just threw a good strike, why would you move? Because we're trying to show you how good the ball is.
That's right. You can see I made a 5-board move there.
Yeah. And you still got it back.
Still got it back. Yeah. All I did was move my feet. I didn't even change my break point.
No.
Just move my feet. When you look at that, you know that it means that it's not going to overreact early if it sees friction. That's that HK22 base.
Yeah.
You know there's not going to overread down lane, even though that compound does make it shiny.
Yeah.
I might even knock some of that compound off for myself and for Wayne.
Yeah.
Not for you, though.
No.
It was perfect for you. I think we said that, though.
Yes.
We knock it off for...
Yeah.
I really like the length. Like you can see. When I overthrew a little bit, was the guy walking down
throw it
down
through
the side there.
Point. Yeah.
That is something that often... I left this in because this is something I often cannot do.
Yeah.
You never hear me talking about throwing it through the break point. It's always, I got to keep moving left, keep moving left. Being able to throw it through the break point means that I can move right sometimes. Yeah. For us, rev dominant players, how many balls do we see that we can move right? The direct hit from Radical. This.
And the Turbo X.
And the Turbo X. Now, when I was growing up, I was a Brunswick boy.
Yeah.
I threw a blue Rhino. And then, look at my face there. Wow, because I made a big move. Yeah. I didn't get to throw any of the Turbo X, the Turbo R, the Turbo XL, any of that stuff. So I went into this not knowing
what you were in for.
What I was in for.
Yeah.
3-4 shots in to the first video that I didn't get. I was already like, okay, maybe it's time to retire my rattler. Mm-hmm. I got into the second video. I'm 3-4 shots in. I'm like, even just watching it here, I'm like, I like that. You see how that laid up, even though I missed way inside?
Yeah.
I like that I had room to miss rather than leaving a big 4.
That's what I was going to say. You either would have left a big 4 with the rattler, would have came to the nose, or would have just rolled out and left you oversized washout.
And that's... For me, for every rev dominant player, that's the huge thing, is the ball that jumps in front of the head pin and leaves you the big split. Here is the rattler that we're talking about. You can see I've drilled basically most of the dynamics out of it. I'm trying to keep it as long as possible.
Yeah. You can see it just gets down there.
It just gets down there. Yeah. Now let's compare it to the Turbo X. I haven't been able to drill a ball strong and not get forced left.
Yeah.
This is my strong benchmark layout.
Look at it.
Look where my feet are. Dead center. Yeah. I just changed my launch angle just for a little bit more.
Well, and you were inside, outside, and you out-hooked it through the pocket easily.
This is allowing me to create a little bit more motion with the current surface.
Yeah.
Remember, my rattler's at 2,000.
Yeah.
So if I hit this at 2,000, I think I'm
I'm
almost dead on.
Yeah.
But I don't have to throw the Turbo X.
No.
I can allow it to roll. I can get it off my hand.
Yeah, and that's what I found, too. It's just so nice to come off. You didn't have to try. You weren't so worried about making a mistake, right?
So here it is on lane level. And you can see my rattler, I get it down lane because I've drilled the dynamics out of it, but it deflects.
Yeah.
Compare it to the Turbo X. X gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Come on, we need a little...
there you go.
Look at it.
It's not that far off.
Nope, but it's more continuous.
Yeah.
A little bit more entry angle.
Yeah.
The distances are about the same. It's just a little faster off the spot so I can get it a little wider.
Yeah.
Watch it here in the slow-mo. Oh, yeah. Bone saw's ready. You see they move Actually, the
Yeah.
Turbo X might be a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And yet it
I
didn't.
mean, you were further out in the friction.
That is true.
You hit it earlier, but still, it did come up sooner. But
Now, as I said, I happen to be the proud owner of an original 1992.
Yeah.
And when I received this ball, I pulled it out and I drilled it with the exact basic layout
Yeah.
that I put on the first one. Because I wanted to know, how does the original stack up? Everybody talked about how good that ball was, how controlled it was. I wanted to see how it looked against my Rattler.
You sure that was the 92 one?
Yeah. So, but, you know, we got to make sure here. Let's look at that again. Now, because my cover was rough on mine, I took the cover to 800.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's your favorite.
Yeah.
But look at this. They're almost identical.
Yeah.
Like they were onto something back then.
Yeah.
So for all of you who are feeling nostalgic and are like, well, how does it stack up against the original?
There you go.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not going to re-drill it so other people can throw it.
No.
Look at this.
Right.
1 foot difference. Just a tiny bit more entry angle.
So Rob's going to keep the 92 one in his bag too and take it up. So when the other one gets squirrely,
I got one at 500 and I've got this one at the 1500 plus compound.
Yeah. There we go.
I took it down from 800.
Yeah.
But look at this. Look, they nailed it. Like when we talk about vintage balls, about nailing emotion, there's getting it right, and then there's nailing it.
Yeah, and that's...
This is it.
Yeah.
If you play through this ball and want to throw it again, buy it. It's perfect. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.